Here we go. I'm here. I made it. I made it. Hey, everybody, say hi to Miss Isabella. This is Isabella. She's 2 months old, or just a little under 2 months old. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. Hi, world. Say, where are you from? Tell us in the world, where are you from? Where are you living in? I know we have people all over the world here. So I'm very passionate about what I'm about to talk about. So if you're watching this live or the replay, let me know. But I'm super, super passionate about what I'm going to talk about. A mentor of mine, he's one of the most prolific coaches in the world, human performance, health, and wellness coaches in the world. He said something to me that I didn't sink in right away. And it has to pertain with New Year's resolutions. And so I'm going to give you the number one secret. There's another little tip I want to give. But he said this. He goes, if you want six-pack abs, the desire, he doesn't believe in discipline, by the way. He believes in choices. He didn't believe in like you have just discipline. You choose and you follow through in your path, right? That's how he looked at it. And I don't disagree with him now that I see what I see in the world. But either way, he goes, the six-pack abs, what is up, Summer? The six-pack abs have to have a greater demand of your energy and your time and your brain power and your passion than the donut, the reward. So the reward of the six-pack abs has to be greater. I'm gonna try to put you down. All right, let's go. So the greater than let's see if I can do this. So I'm gonna do a live. I'm gonna rock her at the same time with my foot and see if we can keep her from crying. You ready, Isabella? Okay, let's see how it goes. All right, and here we go. She's smiling at me. So and I'm gonna give a couple scenarios here, but so the six-pack abs, the desire to get the six-pack abs has to be greater than the desire or the reward of the cupcake or the donut or whatever food that is, right? I hope that makes sense. Happy New Year's, everybody. I hope that makes sense. So basically, people ask me all the time, like, how do you build certainty in people and how do you give people results? Getting results isn't that hard. Like, it's not rocket science. It's not, don't get me wrong. I had Hashimoto's. My immune system was out of control. Like, it was complicated. It wasn't like as easy it would have been at 18 as it was at 18 would have been easier than at 26. So if you're going through life, yes, you're going to have to overcome some more stuff. But the real recipe is really simple. But what are the secrets to getting there? And I'm going to give you that. But the number one secret that you have to really conquer this year's New Year's resolution is that the reason why, the goal of what you're achieving has to have a higher reward. It has to have a higher reward than the reward of the things that are not getting you there. The alcohol, I'm using food as an example, but the TV show, right? Sitting and watching a TV, one of the best things I ever did is got rid of cable, right? Because it took away that reason, because my reason to provide financially for my family was really high. But when I was competing with TV, it's a competition. Like, get rid of the competition. So then I didn't have anything else to do. There's nothing to watch. So I'm going to go work, if that makes any sense. So that was a choice. So if you're financially trying to change your life, got to get rid of the distractions, the things that are, but you got to look at it from a biochemistry perspective. And this is the part that most people don't understand. It's one of the reasons why drug addictions and alcoholisms and food addictions and all these things, why they keep failing for most people is because we have to replace the reward in our brain. And this comes from some pretty good research, but I'm not going to go there today. So what is your goal for this year? I'm just curious. If you want to put in the chat, put it down in the chat, put down one goal, just put down one goal. And then ask yourself, what are the things that are stopping you from doing that? And don't be so mean at yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself, because sometimes you might not have control over that one thing. Okay. Sometimes you do. I mean, you always have a choice, but sometimes there's control, meaning that there's a mechanism in our brain. If you've gained a lot of weight, there's a mechanism in your brain that if that's been deactivated, your ability to metabolize fat slows down. So you've lost some of that control. So we have to fix that so that you can ultimately get that reward. So there's more to it than just, I got to be super committed or discipline. There's more to it than just discipline. I promise you that. I can just tell you that. And that's why I love doing what we do, because we can really help a lot of people. So that's number one, is what is it? So for me, I have a couple pictures I'll show you here in my office. It's funny, I say that and I can't find one of the pictures that's right here. It's always at my desk right in front of me. I got my bells on. I tell you that I have one more picture of my whole family, but I have a wall. So this is what I do. I'm 46 years old. I've gotten to see the world. I've traveled the world. I've done some cool. The first time I ever stepped foot in Australia was from a parachute in a lightning storm. Jumped out of a helicopter. I mean, I've done some cool stuff. I stepped on the most deadly fish in the sea. I've flown in private jets in multiple countries. I spoke in multiple countries. I've done a lot of cool stuff. But at the end of the day, what is it like? What is my why? Like, why do I work later? Why do I sometimes stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning? Why do I get up in the middle of the night to do a Zoom? Or why am I going to the gym to work out? Why am I having surgery and doing extra rehab? I didn't do rehab for 6 weeks or 8 weeks. I've been doing rehab for my left shoulder for 2 years. Why? Because of these guys. When I see this picture, if you guys don't know me, my father died at 48. In 2 years from now, I'll outlive my father. In 2 years, I'll outlive my father. And it's just my stepfather, I think, made it to 55. I think I don't even know. So I see this picture and it means a lot to me. So when I'm having a hard day or a bad day, I see this picture. I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's easy to say it, but you got to feel that. And sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes I screw up and I make mistakes, and I do dumb stuff. But when I see that picture of my family, it reminds me of what really I am motivated by. And for some of you, maybe your family, you haven't experienced the world like I have, and you're motivated by something else. Yes, there was a time I was motivated by a nicer house. I still am. Don't get me wrong. I have real nice. I want to go to outer space with my kids. But I'm motivated by travel. I was motivated, and those were things that got me excited. So it was easy for me to go, hey, I get to go to Paris, or I get to go to Italy. You know what? I can get rid of cable so I can make some extra money so that I can take my wife to Italy. Like, that was a motivator for me. And so why we do think that is the number one thing. People think it's about the plan. It's never what it is or how it works. That's not the plan. That builds confidence, and confidence is really important. But why you do what you do is the most important thing. Simon Sinek said it best. And so from there, once you understand why you're doing it, and people sabotage themselves because they don't know. And I use this as a last example. I know I'm beating a dead horse a little bit here, but if you're a boat in the ocean right now, and you're going down, if you're in the ocean and you're going, and you don't have a destination, right? You're just floating around. How well are you going to do in that boat? Like, you have all the supplies you need. You have everything you need in the boat, but if you don't have a destination, you're just wandering around. Are you at some point going to be very uncertain, very uncomfortable, not sure what to do and where to go? There's no destination, right? Knowing why you're doing it and where you want to go is going to create clarity. And most people don't have a clear picture of what they want and where they want to go. Okay, this is my best Tony Robbins yell. I've gotten very blessed to work with a lot of his team, so I'm pretty stoked by that. But it's just short. It's a simple thing. But if you have a destination, even if you land in the wrong spot, at least you have clarity that that's not where you want to be. Christopher Columbus landed in the wrong spot. Like, he didn't go where he wanted to go initially, but ultimately it led him to a place that he wanted to go. And he he changed our world, not my world at least, significantly, all of our worlds really, which is pretty cool. So I just wanted to share that with you. A couple little tips that I would give you for New Year's resolutions for a better new year is, if you don't know your plan, that's okay too. Surround yourself with people. This is a secret. Surround yourself with people that have a plan. Borrow theirs for a while. I call that ride in the back of my bus. People go, why are you so excited, Dustin? I go, if you're going where I'm going, you'd be excited too, right? I mean, come on. Like, we're going awesome places. You got to be excited. Does it mean every day's this way? No, not at all. Some days I'm pissed. Some days I'm irritated. Some days I'm tired. But at the end of the day, overall, I know where I'm going. But you might just have to jump on the back of the bus. When Prove It launched, I didn't have a lot of clarity of what I wanted at the time. But I knew that Brian and Michael did. So I got on their bus. I didn't let them drive my bus forever, though, by the way. I got on my bus so I got some clarity. Once I got clarity and some confidence up, I jumped up and I started driving my own bus. And for some of you out here, you need to start driving your own bus. You need to kind of take the reins. And guess what? It's not always easy. It's not always going to be comfortable. For some of you, you just need to jump on. So if you're right now don't know where to go, get on the bus with somebody else. Borrow theirs for a while. Know that you're borrowing theirs for a while until you identify yours. Here's another little tip. Surround yourself with good people. You know what? I use my sister. I love her to death. And I'll tell her if she's watching this, Deb, if you're watching this, I love you. But my sister was a drug addict in and out of prison, and she was messed up for a long time. She's not somebody, if I wanted to get healthy, I would spend a lot of time with back then. She's changed dramatically now, right? So be aware of who you're spending time with. If it's financial goals, if it's health goals, but if you're spending time with people that drink a lot and you want to cut back on drinking, it's going to be a tough road. You got to go find a tribe of people that don't drink as much. And if you do that, you are more likely to be successful. So that's called your environment. your environment has to be suitable to that. And so sometimes, if you're in a small town and you don't have anybody, yes, Deb is like, I mean, my cousin's on here. She's like, Deb's amazing now. I know she's just a whole different person, and she's grown so much. I'm so proud of her. And I look up to her in so many ways now because of what she's accomplished and be able to overcome. It's truly remarkable. My sister, my mom too. I mean, there's so many people. Lori, you also, Jennifer, you also. I mean, it's pretty amazing. But people get caught up in the plan and what do I do? How do I do it? What do I do? How do I do it? What do I do? And that is not the most important thing. Now, what that does give, the plan gives you clarity. The plan gives you a path. It gives you confidence that you have something to move forward towards. With uncertainty or fear, a confused mind does nothing, right? So a plan is good, but not as good as the right environment and a direction of know where you want to go. When you know where you want to go and you have the right environment, you can come up with the plan. You can create the plan. You can adjust the plan. The perfect plan with the wrong environment and no intention to the right direction will ultimately fail every single time. I've seen it all the time. This is what eating plans, why eating plans never work, is because they're missing the most important thing. I was supposed to do a talk for one of the leading cardiologists in the country, and maybe in the world. And he thought, he goes, what do you want to talk about? He thought I was trying to talk about ketones or, coffee. I'm drinking coffee right now. Non-caffeine with keto cream. And so he thought he was going to talk about that. I go, no, we got to talk about the two first things. Why are you doing this and who are you spending time with? I go, you have the perfect plan. They all know what to do. These are all educated people. It's not rocket science what to do. They all know what it is. Yeah, we can fine tune it for each individual person. But ultimately, if you want to have success in 2023, a better me in 23, just for fun, I love hearing that. You want to put that in the chat, better me in 23. And what's your better you look like, right? What's your it? What's your prove it? What are you going to prove in 2023? And so I'm just going to tell you, get clarity on what it is. And then get around people that either have it or are going after the same thing or going in that direction with you, right? If you get on a bus, if you want to make $1 million and the other person says, hey, listen, I want to retire and I don't want to make any money. I just want to relax. You don't want to get on their bus. That's not going to work. You're going in two different directions. Does that make sense? Right? If you have somebody that's really comfortable in their life and they're not looking for a financial win, don't get on their bus. Admire them for having the success that they've had, because maybe they're financially already stable and they're on their way to relaxing mode and autopilot. That's cool. Admire them, but don't follow them, because that's not the path for your success if you're not where you're not starting at the same spot. So these are a couple little tips I want to give you. Lastly, about the plan, the how. If you haven't already joined us, you have to join us in our beta test. It won't be beta very long, and there's a limited supply. It's just pretty awesome. It's really awesome, by the way, but it's a new fasting component with ketones. You drink ketones daily and then you fast regularly. But we have this new iFast and I'm doing it right now again. I did it last week. I did it this week. I am operating at a whole nother stratosphere. And it just doesn't seem that, like the 60-hour keto reboot, sometimes I'm like, I have to fight, which is a good thing, right? You want to be able to actually feel uncomfortable sometimes. Where this, I'm not that uncomfortable, but I feel amazing, which is what I really, really want, right? Most of the time. So you want that most of the time. And every once in a while, you got to get uncomfortable. So we're doing this new thing. If you haven't done it with us, grab your bundle, grab your iFast, whoever referred you to come do that. That's the plan. That's the start. Remember, your transformation isn't 10 days. It isn't 20 days. It isn't 30 days. Everybody's transformation is forever. It might take you a year to lose 100 pounds. It might take you a year to lose 60 pounds, right? But it might take you 2 years to learn how to live there. So it's a transformation. It's ongoing. Too many people start things with this weird expectation, it's like, I don't understand. I just don't get it. When I start with Prove It True Story, I wanted to make $5,000 a month. That's what my goal was. And he goes, how long do you want to take to make $5,000 a month? I go, 2 years. And he goes, really? And I'm like, what's your goal? And he goes, $50,000 a month. And I'm like, what? I go, how long? He goes, a few months. I'm like, holy cow. My point to that is that I thought it was going to take a long time. It didn't take as long as that for me to accomplish that. We worked our butts off. But the reality was I was committed to the journey to change the future of my life. And I just knew that it took time, right? To become anything is going to take time and effort and learn and grow, right? I just hope that makes sense. If you're in a transformation, come to it. So we want the plan, come join us in this new transformation plan we have, fasting with ketones, our iFast with ketones. Come do this. Whoever invited you to follow me, get back to them. If you want to, if you follow me, hit me back. But let's go change your life. There's the plan. It'll give you the plan and the how. The plan and the how, which are the two least important thing in here. I'm telling you right now, the two least important thing. Are ketones important? Yes, because ketones are going to help you live better, right? They're important. They're going to help you think clear. Maybe if you can't think as clear about what you want, you drink ketones, you get clarity, right? Keto clarity, you might get clarity. So therefore you can decide what you want to accomplish. But last thing I want to end you with is when you find the tribe that you're in, you know, I've been in Prove It for 8 years, and anybody that's committed to this company will always tell you it's one of the best things they've ever done. It's changed their life, even if they're not with us anymore. Maybe they've transitioned into something else or whatever. They'll tell you that they've learned more here. And good, that we want to leave people better than what we found them. And that's what really our goal is. And so if you decide to commit to us, don't quit. Keep plugging in. Come to our events. You invest in yourself to change your life forever. If you want to build a business with us, come build a business with us. If you don't know how to build a business, come anyway and learn. If you don't learn now, you're never going to learn. I have people that come to me that have financial goals for the year, and I'm like, do you have any skill sets? You know what? No. I'm like, well, are you going to try something to start learning something? I don't know. Well, that's the start, right? At least come and get information. At least come and learn. Otherwise, you're never going to change. You're going to look for another job. And I don't want a job. I want a career. I want freedom. I want to live a happy, abundant life. I have on my wall right there. It's wealth, happiness, health, and financial abundance. That's what I want. And I want to be with the people I love the most with. I love you all, but I love them way more. I'm just telling you. I'm willing to do more for them. More for them than I am you. Sometimes my wife wonders. She's like, man, you really give yourself up. So y'all have an amazing 2023. I hope this touched somebody somewhere, but the reality is it's not what we say right now. It's what we say in next month and next month and next month. I mean, I wish if I could hold it accountable to myself to every month I did it last year. I did like a half of the year check-in because I know it. I get it. People, you get distracted and the next thing you know, life happens. I'm just telling you, it's going to happen. There's going to be curveballs. There's a quote. The person has the greatest success, the person that overcomes the most obstacles. The person that has the greatest success overcomes the most obstacles. So yes, somebody's going to get sick. You're going to have a baby. We just had a baby. Guess what? It's been complicated for 2 months. I've taken on a lot more responsibilities on one side. April hasn't slept as much. We're figuring it out. New schedule, 4 kids. All these moving parts are happening. Business is going. Countries are trying to open up. It's constantly there's obstacles along the way, but you could say the positive. Yes, the positive, but there's going to be deaths. There's going to be weddings. There's going to be vacations. There's going to be travel schedules. Expect that. That's normal. It's never going to be perfect, but it's when you get to the other side of that and you grow from it and learn from it is when you start to become the best version of yourself. So that's really what I want to inspire everybody to do is to remember the number one secret for this New Year's resolution is that the desire for your success, the desire for the 6-pack abs, the desire for the 30-pound weight loss, the desire for the financial change in your life, the desire to have a dream house, the desire to travel the world, the desire to have an RV, the desire to have a boat, the desire to pay for your kids' college, the desire for your dress, your doll shoes, I don't know, the desire for your new car, your desire for whatever it is has to be greater than the reward of the things that prevent you. The reward of watching the TV show, if that's greater, you get more reward out of. I got rid of NFL ticket 12 years ago now. 12 years ago. I did it in the middle of the season. True story. They never, in the history of DirecTV, they never had anybody canceled the NFL ticket in the middle of the season. I did that. Why? Because my desire to change my family's life was greater than watching a damn football game on Sundays. They weren't paying my bills. They weren't doing it. They were stressing me out. I was losing money playing fantasy football. Actually, I don't lose. I win. Let's be honest, but not enough to feed my family. That's for sure. So the desire for my family to live a better life was greater. The dream, the idea of what I wanted to accomplish was greater than watching freaking the Minnesota Vikings win or lose. And man, that was a shitty game they played on Sunday. Thank God I'm rooting for the Niners also, and they played pretty well. So good for them. That was a fun game actually. So. But that's the secret. It's not about what, it's not about the how. And then lastly, remember, find a community of people, borrow somebody else's certainty and direction, and then find the plan and the how. And we have the plan or how. I don't care what I'll be doing a live soon about this, about all the other crap that's out there. And I'm not a guy, I'm not going to put a lot of things down, but I'm just going to flat out tell you, 99.9% of programs out there, I would never, ever do or recommend to anybody in my family. I'm just going to tell you right now. So if you're a family member of mine and you're doing some stupid ass program, stop it. This is the only thing I've found that anybody can do and completely transform and change their life as long as they're willing to commit to it. And it's just special. But the science is there, the research is there, the practitioners are there, the coaching's there. I mean, who we have coming on board to help us coach and guide us through this new program, it's truly life changing. And so you're not getting that anywhere else. I mean, for literally less than $14 a day, for less than $7 a day, you can completely transform your life. Completely. Where else are you going to find that? You're not. My cousin hit me. He's like, dude, I spend $30 at the gas station. $30 at the gas station. $30. That's almost 4 days of our program at one time at the gas station. That's just one day at the gas station. I mean, just think about that. And guess what? Back hurts, overweight, feels tired, doesn't like, come on. Like, what are we talking about? Let's commit to something. But you know why he did that? It's because his desire to get healthy isn't as great as his desire to eat the ho-ho, ding-dong, Twinkies, the hot dog. I don't know what he ate, the pizza, whatever he ate. I'm not saying you can't have those things. Lori, I didn't say that, Lori, you did. But with that said, y'all, peace out. TikTok, come follow me over on Instagram, Facebook. Cheers, LinkedIn. I got LinkedIn hooked up now. We got YouTube. I'm excited. We're gonna have a fun 2023. I probably haven't been this clear. My words of the year are confidence and clarity. And what my goal is I don't lack much in confidence. I probably lack in some areas, some things. Bobsledding, I'm not very confident in. So I'm not confident in everything, but what I am good at, I am confident in. And I want to create more clarity and confidence in people. So I want people to be more confident in themselves. You know, I've been chatting with Jennifer Mann recently, and her confidence is wavering, even though I see how badass she is. She doesn't necessarily realize what she's given so many other people because she's in this transition. She's crossing the street. What I mean by that, when you cross the street from one side to the other, you're in this no man's land or no person's land. And you're in the kind of like wandering to find your, like the path where you need to go. That's like, you're at this crossroad. Being at a crossroad isn't a bad thing. It's going to give you wisdom and perspective to keep growing. So I can build that confidence up. I texted her a few minutes ago. It's going to help build her confidence up. That's the idea. So we're going to have lots of fun. So I'm hitting you up soon. Danner, let's go. Let's go. You guys have a good night. Christy, Giannis, I'm thinking about you. You're amazing. I love your energy. All your posting is just, it's special. Keep it up, girl. You're truly a rock star, and step into your greatness. Jamie, you also. Linda, hi, Linda. Alicia, appreciate your contribution to everything. Kathy, truly amazing. Isabella's doing really well here. I'm, good thing I'm completely, my brain goes 100 miles per hour because I'm able to shake my leg, rock her, and talk to you all at 5, 7, 8, 9 platforms at one time. But 22 minutes in, happy New Year, happy Monday. And for all you dudes out there doing the dude challenge with us, I have 12 minutes of plank still to do. So I challenge everybody to do 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes of plank today. Tomorrow, I gotta pulse out what we're gonna do tomorrow. Any ideas? What should I have the dudes do tomorrow for an exercise, for an activity? I was thinking 30,000 steps. I was thinking that, but then again, it's like torrential downpours here, so that means I'd have to walk outside. So I was thinking like maybe I shouldn't do that. Or 100 burpees, 30,000 steps or 100 burpees. What should I give the guys to do? Jeff, what do you think? What should we do? What should we do for the guys? Burpees, okay. 100 burpees, or you know what I should do? So in the United States Marine Corps, we did this thing called 8-count bodybuilders. Holy shnikes. I think I'm going to have them do 50. We used to have to do 100. If you lost your pencil, if you lost your hair, if you spit blood on the ground, you legitimately had to do 100 8-count bodybuilders. So so basically an 8-count bodybuilder is 2 burpees. So it's like 200 burpees. But maybe we do 50 8-count bodybuilders, or we'll just do 100 burpees with a push-up. That'll be the challenge. 100 burpees with a push-up. So I've got to do a push-up, burpee up, push-up, burpee up, 100. So that's 10 sets of 10 throughout the day. Tomorrow, I may have to modify it for everybody. I may have to go in and have my shoulder surgery again. So if I tear something, my wife will kill me, but I will modify it. I'll figure out my modifications. How about 100 squats, Jeff? Jeff, you and I will have to do maybe some modifications, but I think for everybody else, it's good to go. Jeff, I would tell you to do the push-ups. And if you have to do them on your knees, you do them on your knees. Because squats, you can do maybe you do 100 push-ups and 100 squats. That's a good little combo. I think that's a good combo. That's a compromise because you're doing the push-up and the squat kind of together, and that way you don't beat yourself up. But Jeff, you can also do it off like a couch where you don't have to go all the way to the floor. That's what I do because it kind of jacks my back up. So I have like a not a couch, but I have like a step, like 8-inch step, and so I do it off of there, and it doesn't. I feel pretty free. So 100 burpees tomorrow is what we're gonna do. Something light on the lower back. Yeah. Well, Mike, you think that would work? 100 burpees, but modify them. I'll shoot a video and show you guys what I do. I think that'd work. I'm doing wall squats now at PT. That's good. We could do. So what you could do is we could do. What I'll do is I'll put it out there. If somebody needs a modification, they can. I'm talking to like 3 guys on here, so if you're watching this still, I appreciate you. Y'all, let's have a good year, and feel free share my stuff out to the world. I'm going to go bonkers. My biggest thing I'm going bonkers on is in the health and fitness industry. When I was younger, I didn't have kids and I didn't have a business, like a big business, and I had a very simple life, to be honest. And I'm telling my clients to do all this stuff. Now that I'm busy, life happening, I'm like, how would I have ever done that and been consistent? It wasn't sustainable. And I just realized like that's not a good system for the world. So I'll do squats and push-ups. Perfect. That'll be the alternative. So you can do squats and push-ups. You can vary your push-ups. So it's like I don't want to go. I don't want to go, Isabella. I just want to stay here. I just want to keep talking. So we will be doing a few things we're doing this year. I will be doing a scheduled Zoom at a scheduled time for Facebook's, Instagram, LinkedIn. Instagram, you might not get it. Sorry. YouTube will get it. I'm going to do a scheduled Zoom where it'll be like kind of like a coaching Zoom, and I'll probably do a lot more Q&A to help people guide them in their journey because I deal with people like Mike and Jeff have physical injuries. Well, I'm actually really good at teaching people how to modify and get fit under physical injuries. If you didn't know, I have multiple joint replacements and a lot of things going on, but I'm able to do a lot of things because I've gained wisdom and I worked with that audience for a long time. So if anybody wants to go hardcore, I literally have a program I built for the United States Marine Corps, how to go from 0 to 10 pull-ups in 16 weeks, 0 to 10 pull-ups in 16 weeks. Now, there's one caveat to that, meaning that you have to be within the weight requirements of the United States Marine Corps, meaning their height weight requirements. So if you're at 200 pounds overweight, we may have to make some modifications to that program. So Army body twist. I'm not sure what the Army body twist is. Is that this here? Anyway, y'all have an amazing day. Happy New Year to everybody. I just don't want to go. I didn't want to go, Isabella. Love you. Bye, y'all. Cheers. Bye, TikTok.